traders, Toby here from PROEDGE Trading. And I just want to show you the power of the EdgeRunner and the different ways you could be trading it. So right here, we're on a 2-minute PROEDGE chart, the MNQ. We're in Central Time, so we start at 8:30 to 10:30. Generally, I might go after, but generally 8:30 to 10:30. Usually skip the first few bars. Most of the time you get a lot of whipsaw. Today it obviously didn't, but you never know. You come in, it whips up. So usually skip the first few bars. But there's a few ways you can trade the EdgeRunner. You can just trade the signals, which this is automated also, but I'm just showing you the indicator. There's your first signal. Get in right there, going for 10 points. It's a winner. Stop behind the edge band. Another one here. Long, going for 10 points, 74, makes it, 15, 20 points. So that's a winner. Stop right here. So that's the signals. If you just want to trade the signals, and those are automated. But I'm just showing you an indicator. We also have the rip trades. I take them on the 1 minute, 2 minute, kind of show you how that works. What you're doing with those is you're tracking the lowest low. So low, low, until you get one that's a higher low in this case. So right here, you also want it to have a higher close, which it does. And it also needs to be above the midpoint of this lowest low candle, which it is. So this is a good one. This is a really good one. You just mark it in right there. In this case, hardly any drawdown. You can mark it in, you go for 10, at least half the ATR, which at that time was 26. So, at least 10 points. Or if you want to go for more, you can use half the ATR as a guideline, but that obviously goes as a good one. And on these rip trades, I always recommend just taking the first one of the leg and then wait for a trend change. But just to give you an example, if we go another one, so we had taken this one, we're out, and then you got low, 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 and then right here, no, we got lower, low, low, low. That's not one. This is one right here. So lower, higher low, higher close. But you see this candle, we're below the midpoint. You want to be at least at the midpoint. So in this case, you're going to limit in. As soon as this happens, you pop a limit order right here, halfway up on this candle. You get in right here, and there's your easy 10, 12, 15 points. And then say we're going to go another one. But I always tell you, just do the first one of each leg. I'm just showing you an example. Lower, 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 lower. This one's higher low, but not a higher close. So we're still going. This one's lower than that one. So now this is our candle we're paying attention to. And then here's a lower low, but not a lower close. But it is a lower low. So now this is our suspect candle, if you want to call it that. Now here's a higher low, obviously a higher close, way above the midpoint. So you just mark it into this one. And you'd be in there 64, and it goes down to almost 20 points. There's another one. But the first one's the best one. The farther you go down the same leg, the less reliable it becomes. You can also do the reclaim trades. And the way we do that is you want to look for a loop. So like this, basically looping down. And to qualify as a loop, you need to have a few candles gapped away from the edge band. So right here at the open, that's not enough. You only got one. That one's touching. Here you got some. And then once you see that, you need to move back to the edge band. It can be sideways, and it doesn't have to be exactly sideways. You know, it can kind of zigzag, as long as it doesn't get crazy. It can kind of go sideways back to the edge band, or like this, which is textbook perfect. So you go da 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 da, and then you want to find the lowest low of that loop, which is right here, and look for a close below that, which is right here. And then try to get it, you don't have to be halfway, but try to get a little discount. If you're going for 10 points, try to get a 5-point discount or so. But anywhere you got in here, you know, is good. That's an easy winner. And like I said before, first one's the best. If you're going again, looks like we got, this one looks good at first. You're coming down and it pulls back, but it goes too far, doesn't come back, starts to make a mess. By the time all that happened, you know, this play is over. It needs to go the dink, the dink, the dink. This one went the dink, and then it just, you know, went sideways, went up, went down. The background changed, the edge band changed, you know. So this is really a reset. This is a nice one. Comes down, pulls in, but this low does not qualify on this loop right here. You know, it needs to go right away, not have all this riffraff in between. So this would basically be a reset. You come down, goes back into the edge band. We need it to do this. It never does. We don't have one going up, not in this time span. But that's the reclaim trade. So there's a few different ways you can use it. The EdgeRunner works really well. Any of those trades are good. Signals, the rip trades, the reclaim trades. Yeah, so that's the EdgeRunner. I just want to show you that real quick. And want to show you this. If you haven't heard, Apex is having one of their 90% sales. You know, they don't do that all the time. So it's a really good time to pick up some Apex accounts. And this is really good. This is usually $140 for a 50K. It's $85 right now. Even better if you do a 250 or 300. I personally do the 50Ks. But yeah, if you're doing the bigger ones, $37. You can't beat that. 1 day to pass. So if you want to, you know, get a few accounts and, you know, roll the dice, get them qualified quickly, you got an $85 fee. Can't beat that. And remember, your code is PROEDGE. PROEDGE. And then we got this going on. Labor Day sale, 25% off the EdgeRunner Auto or the EdgeRunner Indicator. And you can go to the website, PROEdgeTrading.com, see more about that, get more details, or watch the videos. You know, got a lot of videos. Join us at Discord. You can just go to ProEdgeTrading.com right here, ProEdgeTrading.com, and join us in Discord. But yeah, I guess Monday we're off. No trading Monday. Long weekend. You guys have a good one. Be safe. And we appreciate you watching, and we'll see you Tuesday.